Tony and Vivian Smith found their dream house in County Durham's stunning countryside, known as the last wilderness in England.
So you can see why we chose the area. It's absolutely perfect, especially today when the sun's out. We've got all these fields here, and then we've got the private gate there.
Their 16th century farmhouse is half a mile away from their closest neighbour.
I've fallen in love with this type of life. I like just sitting outside of my home and looking across the valley, peace and tranquility of it all, and I really like it.
When Tony and Viv bought Bowleys Farm in 2004, it was a working pig farm. Tony's a property developer, so he transformed it into the perfect home for his family, with a holiday cottage to rent out. It took them 5 years to finish it, and they started marketing their luxury holiday location, complete with a swimming pool, hot tub, and snooker table.
I always thought if ever I made it in life, it would be I would have a full-size snooker table, and that would be I would be there at my goal.
In December 2009, they spent Christmas Day in their new home with their 9-year-old son, Jonathan, and their older son, Ben, who's at university. Heavy snow had fallen that week, so they had a white Christmas. That evening, as usual, Tony went out to empty the hot tub.
I stuck my head around the corner and I could not believe it. The hot tub was just engulfed in flames. In 5 minutes, and it still had water in the bottom. I got halfway down the pool building to pick the hose up and got overcome by smoke. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't see, I didn't know where I was, which way was which. Just managed to find my way back out the building, and then it was a no-go area to get to the hose after that.
Viv rang 999, and despite the heavy snow, the fire brigade managed to make it to the gate, half a mile away from the house.
The road was pretty bad, and I realised, as I was driving down to them, I realised, we both did, that they wouldn't be able to get up in that fire engine.
Tony carried on fighting the fire himself.
40 minutes of firefighting later, I managed to bring it under control, and the fire brigade appeared.
They'd crashed into the gate.
The fire engine came as far as here and then actually slid into the gate here. I was taken to hospital and I discharged myself about 5 o'clock in the morning. When Viv picked us up, we came out and the fire engine was still stuck here waiting for a massive breakdown truck to pull it out.
The fire was caused by a fault with the heater in the hot tub, part of the swimming pool complex.
I was devastated, I must admit. I put my heart and soul into the pool. I put the mosaic on it myself. I built it myself. I did all the work myself, and I had it really, really beautiful. I was devastated at just the blackness.
5 days later, the family was supposed to go on holiday to Egypt.
I did say to Tone, I don't really want to go. How can we leave this the way it is? But it was paid for, it was booked, and there was nothing we could do over that till it was sorted out. We couldn't renovate, we couldn't start, so we still decided to go.
It's a decision they now regret. As another disaster unfolded on New Year's Day.
In Egypt at 4:30, my phone texted us and said house alarm activated 5 times, which means that the electricity's tripped in the house. So then I rang my neighbour, David Pike, and said, David, can you nip round the house?
After receiving the call from Tony, I went across to the farm just to make sure that everything was okay. And when I got there, obviously the snow was very thick on the ground, and I could see no sign of any footprints, and there's no sign of a car track or anything.
I rang him back 3/4 of an hour later, and David said, right, your house is in complete darkness. And I thought, well, okay, the electric's tripped, everything's fine.
5 hours later, another neighbour, Will Wilson, was passing by.
Tony's farm's just there. You can probably see it. A couple of fields away. So obviously I could see an awful lot. A bit of a shock.
He filmed this on his mobile phone and rang Tony to give him the news.
I said, Will, no. I said, it can't be. And he said, mate, your whole house is on fire. We went in instant shock.
Will called the fire brigade, but like the week before, there was heavy snow.
I was just looking at it, and we knew the fire brigade wouldn't get up. We knew we'd lost everything we owned. We knew the house was going to burn down.
The fire brigade did make it, but it was too late to save their home. As day broke, their neighbour David Pike walked over to the farm.
When I saw Bowley's farm like this, with the smoke still coming out, it was such a shock. I looked inside and I thought, there's nothing to be rescued, not one thing to be rescued. And that was when I felt sad for Vivian and Tony and the family, because there would have been nothing at all for them to come back to from after their holiday.
It took the family 2 days to get a flight home, but there was no home to come back to.
It was very difficult to lose everything in an instant. It was so hard. So this is what we come back to. Say you've seen a total devastation. Our beautiful homes, just not much left really.
This whole area here was the kitchen. Like you can still see the remains of the oven at the back still standing.
We think this is the oldest part of the house here, what's actually collapsed. So as you can see, this is all what's left inside. There's absolutely nothing. It's everything from 3 floors up has come down, and it's just piled 3 foot high in here.
For me, it's my identity that's gone. All the little things you ever put in, that's what you are. It's part of your personality. Photographs, video footage, first Mother's Day card.
My whole 47 years of existence on the planet, everything I ever owned is here, and that's it.
I just want it back, basically. I just want me home back, if I can. Sorry.
It was just so tragic that it's happened, and I wish I could turn the clock back. I wish if I could turn back 6 years to put a sprinkler system in. To have 2 fires in a week, one on Christmas Day and one on New Year's Day, is unbelievable. It's a lifetime's bad luck in 1 week.